What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Sierra the Chosen One, and I'm back with another video. Today, I want to talk about trusting folks, like giving people chance after chance after chance after chance that they don't deserve. You're not required to give them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. When a person show you who they are, believe them. Because if you don't believe them, then you will believe that you should have believed them later. You will believe that. Trust me. I encountered this throughout my entire life. Just look at my name, the Chosen One. I was chosen. I couldn't understand the hate. I couldn't understand why people change up. Because I don't change up. I am who I am. You know. Other people, they want to be you. They want what you have. Everything. Like, and you just gotta know. You just gotta know. Believe your intuition. Your intuition ain't gonna lead you wrong. It's not gonna lie to you. It's not gonna lead you wrong. It's not even gonna betray you. Trust me. Trust me. All my life. When I say all my life, it's like people intended for me not to have nobody. No family support, no friendships, no relationships. Hell, they even try to take my kids away. Like, literally try to take them away. Like, literally. But like I talk to my kids and I tell my kids, they have to protect themselves because these people is literally out here doing the unexpected. The unexpected, yeah. And I'm not talking about, like, no type of, I'm not talking about like as if I got my kids to go. No, not that type of taken away. I'm talking about like people that's envious of your calling. Envious because God chose you. Because he knew you would do what he expected everybody in this world to do. And they get mad. And they be jealous. And they try to tear you down. But at the end of the day, you gotta let Judas' children be Judas' children. You have to accept that you're God's child. That's your father. And when you see something off, when you see that this person don't move like I do, trust me, it's true. When a person don't move like you, don't think like you, don't act like you, y'all don't have no qualities in common, trust and believe that's a sign. You shouldn't be fucking with them. When a person cross you, when they cross you, I'm talking about cross, I've been crossed in so many ways. So many ways. Family crossing. Let's talk about the family crossing first. The family crossing, it was all about $1. And when I say about $1, my dad was due to pay me SSI because he hurt himself on the job. When I tell you, it don't matter what payee I found, my carrier, she wanted to do what she wanted to do with the money, didn't want to give me my money, switched it out to her sister. Hell, when I went and was living with her sister or whatever, this was the first time, like this is my first child or whatever, and like my baby daddy was telling me like, you know, he was leaving, like he had federal time to go through, and he was like, you know, go get on the little assistance or whatever, and so I went and applied. And got approved, so I'm waiting on my card to come in the mail. A person tell me that the pen came. Now, remind you, this is my first child. I ain't never applied for no type of assistance or nothing like that. So I don't know how they operate. But now today I know how they operate, and they don't send you no pen in the mail. They send you a card and you call and you set up your stuff. Well, she checked her mailbox. Wait, no, let me go back. So when I'm asking her about it, she say, "Oh, they sent the pen and not the card, or whatever." I can't check her mailbox; it's a key mailbox, right? So okay, so days go by. I ask her again. She was like, "No, it ain't come." The whole time she didn't got the card. She got the card, and she went to withdrawing the money off the card and spending it. Okay, so I end up going back to Sarasota or whatnot. So I ordered a new card, and when the new card come, my carrier had checked the card for me or whatever, and she was like, "Oh yeah, for 6 months they put the money on there," and they said the money was withdrawn off. It wasn't spent nowhere. It was withdrawn at the ATM. Withdraw the money off that card for all 6 months and spent it how you want to spend it. Okay, so then I went and I'm gonna see what this is over here. But then I went down to the Social Security office because I was going to make her be the payee, since my carrier wanted to spend my money how she wanted to spend my money and didn't want to give me my check, like she didn't know I had kids and knew the situation overall or whatever. Remind you, the carrier was receiving 2 different checks from 2 different men. Just money hungry. But when I sit here and I think about it, I was her breadwinner. Her oldest child, 2 daddies, wasn't on child support or no type of support, and her youngest child wasn't on no type of support. I was the one that she was able to receive money for. Okay? So at the end of the day, when it came to emancipating me to see if so I can do adult things for me and my kids, she didn't want to emancipate me, because her emancipating me would have obviously made her lose the money or whatnot. Excuse me, I ain't do nothing to it. It's just was laying down or whatnot. All for money. So then I went down to the SSI office and I changed it to my so-called sister. Now everything was going good. Like when the check come, we'll go cash it. She'll give it to me, pay what I need to pay or what I not in our apartment or whatever, and everything was going well. Well, the moment my baby daddy got incarcerated, I got that call from the jailhouse. I already had knew once the name of the jail came across the phone. So I'm already prepared that I gotta send him some money, because all he did was look out for me and my so-called they relatives. That's what he did. But them being money hungry, I gotta argue. So my so-called sister lost her job, or maybe quit. I don't know. I know she ended up pregnant or whatever, and somehow, some way, she ain't work no more. So then, that day that phone call came through or whatever, and like I told her, well, when I get my money, what I gotta do or whatever. She was like, you gonna have to pay the rent. I'm like, why I gotta pay the rent? You got a whole man land up in here. The rent should be split 3 ways, not 2. Now, remind you, before my baby daddy got incarcerated, he was taking care of shit. He was holding shit down. Okay? So at the end of the day, she called her mama. Her mom talking about, I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you gonna need to pay that rent. Why is it on me? And like I explained to her mother, which it went in one ear and not the other, but how could it go in one ear and not the other when at the end of the day, this man sat here and paid your $600 water bill, then moved you out there to the white people section, and all types of stuff he then did for you. Bailed you out of jail, put food on the table, paid all the bills, all of them. She didn't know what a bill was when I met this guy. She didn't have a clue. And then on top of that, she still wanted more. But anywho, like I was saying, so make a long story short, when the check came, now remind you, my baby here on earth. When my check arrived, what a mother freaker did was took my check, cashed it, moved her stuff out of the apartment. She got her U-Haul with my money, moved her stuff out of the apartment, and gave her mother the rest of my money. The nerve, right? The nerve. So, yeah, you just don't keep giving people second chance after second chance. That's just something you don't do. I don't care who they is, what they is, nothing. If they showed you the real them, believe them. But the only reason how she got away because she had ended up getting herself into trouble in a situation like I told her she shouldn't have went and did. She got herself in trouble and had to go do a few months and then got out with 5 years probation or whatnot. So then, you know, all the time go by or whatever, and you know, you out here dealing with everyday life and stuff like that or whatever. And plus I had kids, she had kids, and the kids want to see their cousin. Allow them, don't keep your kids away from these demons. They Judas children. Don't ever forget that. So, letting her in so she can cross me again. Letting her in so she can cross me again. Because see, what you fail to realize is that people is jealous of you. That's what I failed to realize, is that people is jealous of me. Look at me. Look at me. I look like a little girl. When I say I look like a little girl, when I look in the mirror, I look young. I don't look my age or whatnot. So people think they can play with me. But I ain't nothing to play with. And they know it in real life. They know it. But that don't stop them from trying, because you're caring and you have a kind heart. So they feel like they can play with you. This is why you don't give people second chances to be a part of your life. Because their goal is to tear you down. They want to tear you down. That's even with relationships. They try to go throw themselves on somebody that you been with. Look, that thing say it's time to release negativity. That fell out. And that's what I'm doing, releasing negativity. So at the end of the day, yeah, they'll go behind your back, talk about you to somebody else about them, technically. But they're saying it's you. At the end of the day, nobody don't fucking know me. My name never run the streets. And don't matter what year it was, my name never run the streets. It's a few. And then 3 of them, I got babies from to say that they slept with me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, they spend so much time wanting to be you, wanting to stop you, wanting to hinder you, because they see in you what they don't see in themselves. You know, you're strong. You make shit happen on your own. But that don't stop them from still putting obstacles and obstacles. And if you let these people stay in your life, that's what they're going to do. They're going to place different obstacles in your life. You're going to wonder why you ain't even doing nothing. I hate when that thing do that. You ain't even doing nothing to have these type of problems come into your life or whatever, but they in the background doing it. Like every time you meet somebody, they trying to come in and tell your story. And they ain't got no story to tell on you, but you don't take no shit and you don't play no shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all they got to say, but they're making more than that. Trust and believe that. Just to try to have the person you're seeing turn against you or whatnot. Which, at the end of the day, if that's possible for them to do that, guess what? That person you're dating is Judas' child too. Prime example. An ex that I have kids with or whatever. He showed me but at first I wasn't grasping what he was putting out or whatnot. But it wasn't like off the back he showed me. He waited till I caught feelings and then he changed up. But the whole time he like, oh man, my mama left me this. My mama left me this type of responsibility. I ain't got nobody to turn to, da 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 da. So you feeling sorry for a motherfucker, right? Never feel sorry for a motherfucker. Never. What you do, leave that motherfucker at the door and let him deal with his situation on his own. Period. That's just point blank, period. Period. Okay? Yeah. Don't have no type of understanding for a person, because they ain't gonna have no type of understanding for you when you decide to throw your deuces up and clear it. People can't handle what they put out, even though you ain't putting out what they put out. Motherfucker then dogged you, dragged you through the dirt, and guess what? Because you don't look like what you been through, they feel like they mission wasn't complete. Bitch want to sit up here and try to play. Want to try to play and lie in a court of law. I need to write that one down because I keep forgetting to put this one on the card. Oh, I think I did put it on the card. I think I did put it on there. I'm going to see if it falls. I'm going to check on or whatever. But I think I did put it on the card. But they'll sit there and lie on who you are. Now, they didn't sit there and let you raise these children by yourself, knowing you ain't have nobody. And they was just trying to see how strong you was. A motherfucker had a nerve to tell me that I'm a survivor. What, I'm a survivor of your bullshit? Fake ass relatives bullshit? But them motherfuckers look older than what they is. You hear me? And that's what they try to make you do. But guess what? It ain't what you've been through. It's how you handle what you've been through. Because at the end of the day, while they was trying to tear me down, they was tearing themselves down and making themselves look older than what they are. And look how young I look. And when y'all get to understand what I've been through in this world, you're going to be like, how, Sway? How old you is? Yeah, you're going to be asking these questions. But at the end of the day, like I say, you don't fight fire with fire. You let them throw fire and you keep going, because the fire going to burn their ass. At the end of the day. Because a person want to sit up here and play with my name. Let me tell you something about God. God don't play no games about his children. I'm talking about his real children. Because yes, he's all of our Father. But at the end of the day, only certain of us respect him. And we don't turn on him. We don't switch up on him. Because, I can get this opportunity for the devil right now. But I got to wait on God. No, I will wait on God over anybody that look for something in return from me. People can't stand that you didn't set out here, and after all the obstacles they didn't throw out in my way, I still stand on my own. I still don't bother nobody. I don't ask nobody for nothing or nothing. Nobody want to know if I'm going through something, when I'm going through something, because guess what? I ain't bringing it to them. I'm not asking them, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Hey, can I get this? Hey, can I get that? No, I figure out how I'm going to do it. And I do it. I was going to say I execute it. But that's me. That's not them. They sit up there and they got 100 people that they could depend on and turn to and be gospeling and all this stuff right here. But none of them could tell them how to survive this world. No, because all of them, they go to the devil. I want it now. I want it fast. I want it now. But they don't know how good God is. They don't know how good God is. Because if God make you wait, guess what? What he got in store for you is more than you ever could expect. Period. And that's real. A person sit up here like that Judith's ex, he done did all types of stuff. When I say all types of stuff, he done literally changed the locks on my door. Like he watched. See, this the thing. This is why I like talking about it, because at the end of the day, until like you're talking about it or putting it on some paper or whatever, you kind of like it kind of sit in the back of your mind, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I said, this motherfucker then literally came over my house. I guess some kid dropped the keys in the driveway or whatever. He got them. But don't think that he ain't pick them up and come in the house. No, he picked them up, went down the road, made a copy of the key, and then brought them in talking about, one of the kids dropped their keys in the driveway or whatnot. Because I'm like, how you get in here? Or whatever. Then he tell me that, right? But so one day I went to go pick up my kids from school. Nah, nothing went wrong with my door when I left, but when I come back, my key ain't working. You didn't came and changed the locks. You know what you thought? I was going to call you. You got life fucked up. Call you for what? I called my motherfucking landlord. At the end of the day, who told you you was God? You're not God. And you're not the last man standing on earth. So don't never get it twisted. But that's what he wanted to feel like, right? Okay. So, I called my landlord. Guess who coming up the road seconds later? And let me tell you how he plotted and planned it, right? So, I believe he ran over my baby tricycle or something. And I told him he needed to get my baby another tricycle. So you come up the road with the tricycle on the back of your truck talking about, you was coming to bring the tricycle or whatever, like I'm stupid. No, what you were waiting on was me to call you and tell you I couldn't get in my house. You know what I'm saying? Narcissists play these type of games, right? Okay. The next time, I decided to date. You just thought, because I mind my business or whatever, that when I get free time away from my kids, I'm not going to date. You got me messed up. Because before I invite anybody around my kids, I'm going to date in my free time, not on the watch with my kids, period. Like, if my kid's home, I can have a phone conversation with you. I might allow you to take me out. I might. That's a big might. I might allow you to take me out, but ain't no guarantees. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I got free time. I got the whole summer. You hear me? The whole summer. But what you doing? You watching. You watching and spying on my house. So when you see a car that you don't know, and I don't care, this was even before I started dating. If he see a car that he don't know, he gonna call me. And if he know the car, and I don't answer the phone, he gonna pop up. If it's somebody that he don't know, he gonna keep calling like he never called before. got a control control issue. And he did, if you ask me, he the type of person that sit around here and he date people, and then he try to lead them hoping that they gonna be in their feelings about him, and allow him to pick and choose what he gonna do. While he, the whole time, is riding by your house, stalking you. Long as he don't see nobody call there at night or first thing in the morning, he good. He ain't gonna speak. He ain't gonna say nothing. But the moment he see that you're living your life, guess what? Popping up out the blue. Let's do this, let's do that. But anyway, like I was telling y'all about Judas' children. I don't care, family, friend, children, all of that. You don't give people second chances, because they ain't gonna, when you walk away, they don't understand why you walking away. They feel like it don't matter what they do, you shouldn't walk away. But at the end of the day, they don't want to see you do what God sent you here to do. They couldn't even fill your shoes. Even if your foot smaller than them, you still have bigger shoes than them that they cannot fill. And they mad because you can fill them. Like I said, I've been out here in this world by myself all my freaking life. Seriously. They thought it was going to be the end of me when my first baby daddy left me out here with 2 kids. No, I stood 10 toes down. And I figured out, because ain't nobody help me. Ain't nobody tell me what I could do to have a successful life, because they was too busy trying to stop me from having a successful life. But once I showed them what I was made of, they really tried to bring the obstacles. They tried to make them non-stop. Everything. But like I was saying, you just don't let them go. When they show you who they are, I don't care how much it hurt. I don't care how much you think you love that person. Let them go. Because at the end of the day, it's going to make you mad. It's going to piss you off. And it's not going to really piss you off. The only way that it'll piss you off is when it's pissing your kids off. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's pissing your kids off, then it'll, well, for me, if that's when it like kind of like bother me any sort of way, because at the end of the day, you already know. Let's talk about this. If you been in your kid's life the way you say you been in your kid's life, then why your kids don't want to be there? Why they don't want to be there? Because you ain't been there. They always been with mama. You don't have that magic touch that mama have. So at the end of the day, you're lying. And then when you go in there and you lie I'm so serious. Listen. When a person gets served their karma, he gonna know who brought it to him. He gonna know who brought it to him. It ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. Because at the end of the day, you don't mess with a chosen one and think that your shit ain't shit gonna happen to you. And when they do, you can't come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry. No, because it ain't no sorry. You can't come back. And when you consistently, you showed me what? You didn't want what I was given, right? You tried to belittle me, right? You tried to belittle me over me having kids. Listen to this shit. A motherfucker tried to belittle me because I had a child at 16. Because I was somebody's mother at 16, gonna try to tell me that I couldn't come back. I couldn't fix my life from having a child at 16. But at the end of the day, it's all because a motherfucker can't fix their life for catching a felony. But at the end of the day, I done showed you many a times that at the end of the day, it ain't about what you did. It's about where you go from there. If you sit in that and be like, oh, I can't do this because I had kids or blase, blase. No, that's where you're going to be stuck at. That's just like yourself. You're really lazy. You're sorry. You don't want to work nowhere. You used to handouts. And that's the difference between me and you. I ain't used to a motherfucker giving me shit. I always had to get it. Because I ain't have now a person that cared enough about me. They were all jealous and envious along with him. Can you imagine? But it happened every day. Can you imagine a man hating on you? Older than you? Then got people then left him shit. A bitch ain't left you shit. A bitch ain't left you shit. You just making shit look easy. Making shit look efforts. I can't even talk. Effortlessly. You making it look easy. And they don't like that. Because the whole time, y'all don't have the same mindset. See, when a person for the streets, they for the streets. When a person about business, they about business. What I mean about business is a person about trying to figure out how to maneuver through this world. Ain't nobody showed me nothing. Ain't nobody paid for ain't nobody paid for my tuition to college. Ain't nobody cared if I finished school. You know what I'm saying? But I did. But ain't nobody care about that. Ain't nobody tell me how important finishing school was, right? But I guarantee you, I told my kids, and they can't even leave until they get their high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, that's your life. I did what God told me to do. And then tell you my experience on life, tell you what I experienced in life, and what experience I didn't agree with. Period. Not sending you out here blindly because, oh, I don't want to be a parent. I don't want to be a parent. And most people want to be a parent because they want to control people. They don't want to be a parent because they enjoy teaching their kids right from wrong. No, they want to be a parent because they want to be able to be in control of somebody. Period. And 9 times out of 10, some of them don't even really want to be a parent. They want the benefits of being a parent. They want the benefits of being a parent or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you have to be there. You can't just be like, oh, you just can't be like thinking a child gonna think to pick up the phone and call you. You have to be a parent. That's what parents do. Children pick up the phone to play games, Roblox, Fortnite, whatever games they have or whatever. They ain't thinking about, oh, let me call my mama. Oh, let me call my dad. They're not thinking about that. So it's on a parent to think about reaching out to their kid. You don't put them responsibilities on the kid because they ain't told you to, first of all, put them here. How you know they want to come here? Because your selfish self wanted them, right? Because you being a selfish person, only thinking about self and nobody else. Like literally, be careful in these streets. You hear me? Because these people be having intentions that you're unaware of. Like poking holes in condoms, getting people pregnant. When they know that person is not going to get rid of the child. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful with who you're dealing with. You can't trust everybody. People wear masks every day. When I say wear masks, I'm talking about wear masks. Try to pretend that they ain't who they is. Hide their addiction, sex addiction, drugs addiction, all types of addictions. They hide them. And then be treating you like shit because you ain't on what they on. You ain't on threesomes. You ain't on drugs. You don't do drugs. You don't live the street life. You ain't fun. Because you ain't hanging with the crowd. So be it. Because guess what? Them people you hanging out with in the streets ain't going to teach you or show you how you could better yourself. Sure ain't. They ain't. And then when your life turn to shit, guess what? You, that same person that you tried to put beneath you, it's going to be the same person on your mind that you wish you could pick up the phone and call and get some advice for. Be careful, cause these niggas be getting free advice from spiritual people that's not in the streets. They like you, but they like you to a certain extent. Okay, so when I wanna get some good advice, I'm gonna go over here to her. But when I wanna live this street life, I'm gonna go over here to her, and we gonna run it up. You know what I'm saying? They don't treat the woman that's not in the streets right. They don't do all of what they try to do for the street runs. See, because they so busy, they love the street life. Like I told you, street life consists of a lot of stuff that a person would be considered a homebody, go to work, home, take care of home and everything. Ain't nothing fun about that to certain dudes, because I won't even call them guys, certain dudes that runs the street. I'm talking about literally, because I wasn't a street runner. A person had withheld a lot from me for a long time. He tried to keep me busy with taking care of kids, knowing that I'm gonna take care of my kids and take care of home. So if that's my focus, I'm not focused on you, right? Right. So at the end of the day, trust nobody. Trust nobody. I'm telling you, especially when they show you from the gate. I'm telling you from experience. I was shown from the gate, and I should have shut the motherfucking gate and not let a motherfucker. Shouldn't even entertain the motherfucker, because you totally went on. It was so many red flags. Don't overlook the red flags is what I'm saying. Don't overlook it. Pay attention. You're the prize. You're the prize. Believe it or not. They'll try to make you feel like you're not, but you are. You are. And guess what? Them people that they out there running the streets with don't even compare, and they know it. It's just the point that they can do what they want to do. Okay, they go get them. Even with your family, fuck them. Your family be in your face, but they ain't gonna tell you that they slipping shit in your drink. I had a relative come to me and say, "Oh, let's go to the bar." Now I never been to the bar. Like myself, if I'm gonna go have a drink, I'm gonna go have a meal and have a drink. I don't bar hop or whatever. This specific day, now this person and these two Judases don't even supposed to like each other, but they like each other because they got something in common. They want to stop me. Motherfuckers tell me, "Oh, let's go to, like, I want to go to this bar and that bar or whatever." Fuck around now. I've been drinking since, what, about 15 years old? So I can handle my liquor. That ain't nothing. I done mix motherfucking Belvedere, Hypnotic, and Hennessy in one fucking cup and drunk that shit, and ain't had no type of reaction afterward. This specific night that I went with her, I can't even stand up. I'm falling trying to get to my house door and everything. And guess who there? You know why he there? Because him and her is working together as a team to accomplish their mission. Like I'm stupid, right? Okay. So, yeah, and money was missing out of my purse. But this is how they team up. See, they pretend like they don't like each other, but they'll come together for bullshit, right? Okay, right. But they all still miserable in that miserable ass town. Can't accomplish. These people have so many people where all these people should be somebody. You know, that's not, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. They don't pay attention. So at the end of the day, like I was saying, they have so many people that they can turn to, so many people where they should be somebody. And they ain't trying to be nobody, but they trying to stop the people that's trying to be somebody. The people that gonna be somebody. Fuck that. Because at the end of the day, like I said, everything I tried to do in life, from jobs to just letting go of what don't serve me, hey, that serves you. Nobody told you that you make the choices for me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, oh, I'm going to lie to her, but I'm going to be truthful with the streets. That ain't how it works. So at the end of the day, when I choose to walk away, I choose to walk away, and you can thank yourself, because guess what? You should have been honest and let me make that decision. That way, you wouldn't get offended when I decide that, oh no, you is not my type of man. And everybody have the right to that. So what I say is evaluate who you are entertaining, evaluate your so-called relatives, because them bitches ain't to be trusted either. I don't even care if a motherfucker, like I said, don't overlook nothing. Remember everything. Like, if I never overlooked what she did about cashing my check, moving her stuff out, renting a U-Haul, moving her stuff to her mama's house and giving her mama the rest of the money like I didn't have a baby and my baby daddy wasn't incarcerated and all that, she wouldn't even been able to be, she wouldn't even been able to sleep with this guy. You get what I'm saying? She wouldn't been able to sleep with my last baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You got to remember, don't let life block your memory from what people have done to you. You always want to remember that. Because if you don't remember that, they're going to keep stepping on you and keep stepping on you and keep stepping on you. And it's not till then you're going to be like, well, damn, this bitch didn't cross me then. And then she crossed me then. And then she crossed. Like, check this out. I ain't never have to call up a bitch and say, oh, can I borrow so-and-so or whatever. I never had to call up a bitch and say, oh, can I borrow, can you call my baby? I never had to call up a bitch and say, can I borrow this or whatever. A single mom at that, right? Or whatever. I would call one of the sperm donators, you know what I'm saying, first. But you couldn't call your sperm donator. But I did. I called and I explained the situation to him, and guess what? He gave her that money for her deposit. But she couldn't even do that. But she'll sit around here and degrade herself and sleep with this person for an eighth. Sleep with that person for $20. Sleep with that person for to get a motel room. You know, you don't hear a motherfucker saying, oh, Sierra, she didn't did this, she didn't know, because Sierra ain't finna do that. Sierra gonna figure it out. That's what she gonna do. She gonna figure it out. And I'm not gonna go behind nobody back, relatives, exes, or none of that, to step on nobody's toes. That just, it's not me, and it's not, I'm just not gonna do that to feel like I gained something. Because what you gain that you feel disgusted about yourself, because now you can't even be in my presence if you wanted to. You don't have no, you don't make that decision. But you did make the decision for you to never ever be in my presence again. You know what I'm saying? You made that decision for yourself, which I should have made that decision a long time ago. But you live and you learn. And what I learned is that, you know, you gotta let people go. You gotta let them go. Once they cross you one time, they'll cross you again, because they feel like there's something they can get away with. So it's like deuces to everybody that I used to know. I'm trying to see where my spiritual team at, where they at, where my chosen ones at that understand this world and understand that we was put here for a reason. We weren't put here to go against each other. We was put here to build each other up, period. Like, you sit up here and, you know, they talk about slavery and all of that or whatever. Why would your own kind be trying to keep you in like a slavery mentality? Why? For what? Oh, they get in groups and covenants and try to, let's see how we could stop this person. Let's see how we can make her life miserable. Let's see how we can stop her from prospering. That ain't God goals for us. His goals for us was for all of us. And no color matter. White, black, Hispanic, Latino, all of us to come together and get our world back in order the way it should have been, like before, like umpteen thousand years ago. But these people so narrow-minded. They narrow-minded. And they want to work for Judas. So you got to let them work for Judas. But you keep working for God, the Most High. And watch your blessings. Watch how you be, whatever your age is, looking like this. Let them hate. Let them try to hold you back. Because at the end of the day, that all that evil intent that they putting towards you is only, it got to go somewhere. And if it ain't going to touch you, guess who it got to touch? It got to touch them. Because all God doing is making a notebook. He got his paper, and he writing this shit down to tell his angels, your spirit guys, your angels, who to go fuck up for playing with you. Living proof. And guess what? He ain't finished yet, because they won't stop. Won't stop. Won't freaking stop. Like, want to keep going and keep going. Like I was saying, line under oath. Just line. I wonder where that's going to get you. I wonder where it's going to get you. And you got to thank yourself for whatever your consequences is. Because you're going to have some. Trust and believe that. You're going to have many consequences. And guess what? The only person you could be mad at is yourself. And that's on period. Now, I'm going to end this one. But I do want to pull some cards. So, I mean, all my videos. So, karmic masculine. At the bottom of this, that. What's at the bottom of this, that? Spiritual inherence. This motherfucker they be wanting our spiritual inherence. But they have it, but they need to learn how to utilize it. And trying to bring somebody else down is not going to help them utilize the gifts that God gave them. Period. Look. They ass is in spiritual jail. This karmic masculine trying to steal my spiritual inheritance is in spiritual jail. On a Friday. So like I said, I'm going to just, because this was just a talking video, so I'm going to pull some cards on this video and find out what they have to say about this message I just delivered.